Tonight, KCCI is learning more about one of the finalists to become Des Moines' top cop. Federal documents show Commander Josh Wallace has filed for bankruptcy. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh talked with someone involved in the process to interview the finalists for police chief.
With a decision looming as to who will be Des Moines' next police chief, there's concern among some that one of the two finalists has filed for bankruptcy.
We have the paperwork from the February bankruptcy filing of Joshua Wallace. He's a current Chicago Police Department commander and one of two finalists for police chief here in Des Moines. His debts include a $452,000 mortgage, $236,000 in student loans, and $30,000 in taxes.
Joshua Wallace's bankruptcies did not influence my thought on how he did in the interview.
Lori Young with Iowa Voices is one of the community stakeholders the city wanted to be involved in the process of finding a new police chief. She admits Wallace's bankruptcy is not great, but says he addressed it to her satisfaction.
See, he's not running from it, and he's facing it, which is a good characteristic. In terms of his qualities that came out in the interview, they matched a lot of what the community said they wanted.
At Grays Lake Monday, we spoke with a Des Moines resident who was adamant that a bankruptcy filing should affect a police chief applicant's candidacy.
When people are reviewing, a candidate's background, that should be one of the considering factor as if they're going to be a finalist or not.
The city sent us a statement that reads, "The city is concerned that recent media reports on candidate backgrounds and financial circumstances imply that those circumstances could be used as the reason to not hire an individual. That action will be a violation of federal law." We spoke with a Des Moines resident who believes Joshua Wallace's past does not determine his future.
Being a felon, I believe in second chances. So by him, having, some issues with his life, that shouldn't hold him back for, his future or whatnot.
We reached out to the Des Moines Police Department, who declined to comment. In Des Moines, Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Now, the other finalist for Des Moines police chief is Major Michael McTaggart. He's been with the Des Moines Police Department for more than 2 decades. McTaggart was one of dozens of police officers named as a defendant in a lawsuit following the 2020 protests in Des Moines. According to court documents, McTaggart was told by the Polk County Attorney's Office to charge some demonstrators with rioting and other charges. The city settled that lawsuit for $800,000.